And now here in Detroit, Dan Campbell told me he had a man crush on you at the Combine. That's what he told me. Did you sense that from him when you came through?
No.
Not at all, huh?
You know, when you go as a rookie, it's, you got to go and prove yourself, and that's how it was. And I feel like over these past few years, I've gained my respect from him, and I feel like that's what everyone's got to do when you're, I had a lot of hype too, just playing at Michigan and being the hometown kid. It's like you got to match these expectations essentially, and he kind of knew that, and I think he always was kind of the standard was always up here for me, and,
right.
And that's what I love about him is he holds me to it, and our relationship has grown a lot, and we have great relationship. I love having him as my coach, and I think he's the guy that we need at the helm to win a championship.
What's your favorite Dan Campbell story that you're willing to share?
Don't ask me that.
No, I have to.
Dude, people have been asking me that, and I fail.
Because we want Dan Campbell stories.
I know.
We can't get enough Dan Campbell stories. Can't get enough.
With Dan, it's every day. It's hard to pinpoint one thing that was so crazy. It was it's every day walking in that team meeting, you're either going to be laughing or it's going to be tense, or it's going to hit you emotionally in some way, and that's what I love most about it. I mean, when we lost against San Fran and coming in that next day for exit meetings, and when you lose in the playoffs in the NFL, it's like boom, boom, you're out. Uh-huh. And the way he was talking to us, and he was like, "Man, we're winning the championship next year." Blah blah blah. Like I feel I can speak to everybody in the room that we all just wanted to strap it up and keep playing. Even though we're 24 weeks into the season, so I feel like he's got that power to where he can just talk, and dude, it's his words are just very influencing and powerful, and it just makes you want to follow him. And like I said, like how he was talking after the San Fran game, it makes us all hungrier. The way how much passion that he has,
just seeing it. And feeling it, and well,
I'm sorry I couldn't deliver with any crazy story.
Aidan, you don't disappoint.
Okay.
Let me just say this way: you'll never disappoint me, like literally ever. All right, so we're totally cool on that. But obviously his decision making, fourth down decisions, we're going for it, we're not kicking.
Right.
From our perspective in the media, we're wondering if it's deflating to the locker room, and you are saying the otherwise.
I'm saying with the decisions made in that game, I think the decisions those are the decisions that he made all year long. It won us a lot of games too, and everyone's always happy when you win it on a ballsy call or a ballsy decision.
Right.
And so if you live by the sword, you got to die by it too. And I don't think anybody in our locker room, you can look back and you can question things, but hindsight is always 20/20, and everyone on that team, every coach, every player is doing everything in their power in that moment to win the game. And sometimes you come up short, and that's this game of football and life.
Were you gone by the time Terrion Arnold was drafted last night?
Yeah,
you were out of the draft hall?
Yeah, right when we walked off the stage, I ran home and got in bed because I'm pretty exhausted.
I bet
doing all this draft stuff.
So I just want to play you the reaction, because we were obviously I was on the air, and our set was on the back end of the draft hall, for the lack of a better phrase, 250,000 people.
Wow.
And so suddenly a bunch of people started running towards the stage. And I looked up on the screen and I saw Detroit had traded up. And I'm like, now I understand why they're running towards the stage. And this was the reaction when the pick hit last night. Bedlam. Wow. Just pure bedlam.
Oh my God, it's so amazing. It's so amazing.
So you had not seen that before? You had not heard that?
I didn't see the reaction. I stayed up because I was going to stay up for the 29th pick, and then I'm like getting ready to turn the TV off, and then I see they traded up, and so I'm like, oh God, let's go. But I didn't see the reaction, but that's gold.
And then he came out, and then he's just,
and he was soaking it up too. He grabbed the mic. He was like, Detroit, let's get it.
And then
he's going to fit in right here.
I figured that, right? That how I sensed that too. That was my first thought.
I know. It's what you need. It's that good personality. He's a great player, and I can already tell. I never met him before, but I feel like he's going to fit in real good with the boys.
Right, certainly. Now, as many Alabama guys come in.
Oh my God,
you're fine with that because, we can talk now, right? We can talk.
After this year, we can talk, and life is good.
Hey,
now,
look, every single last night, we're here on the NFL Network set. The ABC set was right to my left, so every time I looked this way, I saw Nick Saban. Every single time I saw him, I'm like, oh, we retired him in the Rose Bowl. It's phenomenal. Like, literally, I'm living my best.
That's amazing.
Life right now. Living my best life right now.
Yeah, you got to hold on to it as long as you can,
Gosh. The number of people last night, I would turn around from the set and it's Michigan fans going just absolutely nuts. And invariably there'd be some very sad looking Spartan or Ohio State Buckeye fan next to them. And I would just be like,
oh, it's amazing.
Shrug emoji. It's the greatest, man.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And we just got to soak it up this year. I'm just going to soak it up.
Now, that said, what happens twice a year now? JJ McCarthy's under center wearing purple, and you're there on the other side of the line of scrimmage. What happens now, Aidan Hutchinson?
Unfortunately, business is business, and I have to do my job, and my job is to give hugs on Sundays. Give squeeze,
violent
tight hugs, violent to the ground. Well, not too much weight. Don't want to get a penalty.
Understood?
Yes, Roger. No fines. Okay. And that's going to be interesting. But I'm really hoping that he succeeds, not against us, but he has his own personal success.
Yes.
And it's gonna be fun though.
Well, you hit him about 60%.
It's gonna be weird.
60%.
60%. You'll hit him, not a full 100, or
got to go full 100.
Unfortunately,
he's getting the full.
Well, you don't want to get flagged either.
He's getting. It's not going to be. You don't want to hurt him or anything. Keep him around.
Right.
However, maybe he'll give me a couple free ones. I'll text him a little bit, see if we can negotiate something.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.